You just handle the emotions of the day and playing against your former team?
I don't know, honestly. I don't know. It's just so weird, the moments. I felt like I don't know what I was doing. I'm glad we got the win.
The last 5+ minutes, you and LeBron, there's a lot of different interactions on the court, and you finding him and vice versa. What was that like for you, and how are you starting to develop this chemistry so soon?
Yeah, JJ said in timeout, let's get organized. And once we get organized on offense, we got a lot of weapons. So that was really big. And he's doing that at 40 years old, which is insane. The takeover in fourth quarter was unbelievable to watch.
Luke, I want to ask you about a specific sequence with LeBron in the fourth. After Clay had hit the three to tie it, you're posting up Christie. You pass it back out to the three to LeBron. LeBron throws it back into you to repost. Eventually, you find him open. He hits the three. But just what was that kind of interaction like there for you?
I think I talk a lot about patience. I think that was one of the best examples about patience. We kind of went back and forth. We expected the doubles, so we just think patience.
Luka, JJ's talked about the blackout episodes, and midway through the first quarter, you hit those back-to-back threes. They take one away, but kind of turn and
how is that even possible?
you turned and let out that roar, and it seemed like you were kind of hyping yourself up. I guess JJ said he felt like you were kind of going through it in the first few minutes of the game, and then you started to stabilize a bit. What was going through your head at that point?
Honestly, I can't remember. It was just a lot of emotions, not much sleep, but it was just, I can't even explain what. It was a different game. Like I said, sometimes I don't know what I was doing, and I'm just glad it's over, honestly.
Luka, obviously the emotions and stuff from the trade and the 7 years you've spent in Dallas aren't going to be undone in a night. But does playing them and being able to kind of put at least a tiny bow on it, does that help you, or do you think that will help you as you move ahead now that this is out of the way?
Yeah, definitely will help me. I think, especially like I said, I'm glad this game is over. And just a little bit, like you said, it's definitely going to help in the long process.
Luka, coming into tonight, a lot of your teammates expressed excitement for you to have this game to come to be a play against the Mavericks. What did their excitement do for you? I guess how did you feel? I guess their energy, not just tonight, but coming into tonight for you.
Sorry, can you repeat?
How did you feel your teammates' energy, I guess, galvanize around for you coming into tonight?
It was great. Like I saw Dodo say, we got his back, and it was amazing. They're trying to push me. I know I didn't play great, but, I'm glad we got the win, and, they're trying to push me more and more.
A few weeks into this, what have you learned about playing with LeBron after watching him for all of these years, and also how is the defense growing as a team?
Yeah, I think our defense has been, we're playing at a high level, but I know a lot of things about LeBron, just watching him every day, I can learn so many stuff, and, it doesn't change my mind, he's an amazing guy to watch and play with him.
Hi, Luka, just a two-part question. One, I don't know if you saw Nico Harrison was there on the court when you were warming up and then sitting right behind the Mavericks bench, if you thought about going over to him or saying anything to him at all. And then just the second part is, have you ever had anything like this trade happen to you in your life? Like whether, I don't know, a breakup or something like that? Have you ever had anything like this experience?
No, definitely not. That was different. I definitely didn't have like that. But yeah, I didn't see him at warm-ups.
Not at all? Not at all? Just in the warm-up?
Luka, you said you didn't play well. You still had a triple-double. Can you describe what was it about your emotions that you were struggling with? And you said you had lack of sleep when you look back at this game.
Like I said, it's a weird game, different game. But I can't even explain what kind of emotions were. It was just a lot of emotions, seeing the guys out there, seeing the guys I played. I went through a lot with the guys, so it was fun.
Luka, you have the handshake with Kyrie that you guys had in Dallas to start this game here. You go over to see Derek Lively after the game. Is there a specific moment, maybe with your old teammates, that you can share with us what that was like?
I mean, yeah, you know, Kai is my hermano. We go way beyond basketball, so it was good to see those guys. Like I said, we went through wars together, and it was really fun to see them all.
Luka, were you looking for some kind of closure with what happened tonight to allow you to move on? And if so, did you feel like you got that?
I mean, the closure is going to take a while, I think. You know, it just, it's not ideal. But, you know, like I said, I'm glad this game is over. You know, it was a lot of emotions. But we go little by little, you know, and every day is better.
Good. Luka, if I could take you away from basketball for just a moment, you've mentioned the joys of being a dad. When your baby girl gets older and she's facing a new transition in life, what advice do you think you'll give her?
You caught me with that question. I don't know. I would just, you know, support my little girl and anything she do. I'm happy to see her grow up, and I want to be there for her.
Luka, buenas noches. Ahora en español, sobre cómo viviste las emociones de este partido desde previo al juego, el saludo con Kyrie durante el juego y después poder celebrar la victoria con los Lakers.
Bien, ha sido muchas emociones, seguro, pero bueno, ver los jugadores que he jugado, que he pasado mucho tiempo con ellos, hemos ganado muchísimos partidos, hemos ido through las cosas también duras, así que también estaba feliz de ver esos jugadores que jugué con ellos. Thank you.
What did you see specifically from Luka and LeBron kind of down the stretch, the kind of shots they're creating?
Thought we finally got organized. Didn't do a good job of getting to our spacing throughout the game. Finally got 3 people down the floor, corners filled. We kept going to empty side stuff, wasn't working. Just got spaced, and we got to our proper matchups and all that stuff. I mean, we created good offense at different points in the game when we did that. When we didn't get good offense. But I think overall, like again, Bron just kind of took over that game and felt like he was making a lot of plays with the ball and made some plays that don't show up on box score. Really our guys' defense that last 5.5 minutes to hold them to 8 points. Our guys were just scrambling everywhere, and Bron was sort of at the head of that. Made a little adjustment in that timeout with Luka's coverage, just put him in a drop, and just a little curveball, and thought we did a good job with that. And then, you know, we don't win the game if Bron doesn't take over, and we don't win the game if Doe doesn't make 3 massive plays. You know, again, another one that won't show up on a box score, but Luka drives against the switch. He sets the Gortat screen. Luka gets the layup. He finally gets an actual dunk on the tip dunk, and not just touching the rim while he puts the ball through. And then the back tap steal on Kyrie that led to a Rui basket. So I just thought, you know, he led the charge down the stretch of just making winning basketball plays.
JJ, how do you feel like Luka handled the emotions of tonight?
I thought he handled it well. You know, not a great shooting night, but made a lot of plays and had some good defensive plays as well. I just thought, you know, he clearly was worked up to start the game. That's to be expected. But I thought he settled in. But you know, I think some of the stuff with our offensive shooting woes was due to some organization problems and some spacing problems, and you know, that affected everybody, and that affected him as well.
JJ, 2 for you to kind of piggyback on what you said about Dorian. Since you've gotten him, there has been kind of, I think, a through line in the overall team's ability, and when it comes to the little things. How does he set the tone for that stuff, and did you feel that kind of late on those plays you mentioned? And then I guess secondly, LeBron has been on this run now for a month plus, but defensively, he's been one of your best players. How?
Again, he defies what's normal. I would say with Doe, occasionally he needs some, what's the opposite of gentle? Harsh. Some harsh needling, but he can take it, and then he's right back at it. He normally does a fantastic job of just setting the tone with the toughness, and we had some fun yesterday with the team defining what a banshee is in different cultures, and define what a banshee is in Laker culture. And I think Doe is a banshee. He leads that charge for us and sets the tone with winning basketball plays. And again, this is not an exaggeration. If you watch our basketball team every night, and you've watched our team now for the last 6 weeks or so, LeBron is playing at an all-NBA defense level. He is. And now, people may have perceptions of what he is as a defender. I watch it every night. He doesn't get scored on in isolation if teams do try to target him. He blows plays up. He's always in the right position, shifting, recovering. I think there was this perception of him at this age, like conserving energy. No, there's no conservation of energy on that end of the floor. He's played elite defense now for